3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Hello and welcome to the next Thunderbird 2 build video, where of course we're looking at Thunderbird 2 and her pods and her pod vehicles, and it's going to be slightly different this week because I'm actually going to start with looking at the Thunderbird 2 parts rather than the pod vehicle. The reason for that is because the only parts we get for Thunderbird 2 are these parts here, which look like bullet casings, but they're not. They're more of the telescopic legs to raise Thunderbird 2. If I just show you here what it will look like when we're done at this stage, they just go out like that, which is pretty cool. So to achieve that effect, what you do is you get what we did last time. You have to do this 4 times, and you get this slightly smaller one and just pop it over there like that, and then the slightly bigger one and just pop it over there like that, and you see you got the telescopic effect going on there. Just to show you on this one the right way around to put these parts, you see there's a little trim on one of the edges of the legs. That is the part that goes like that, because that is the part, the other side is what catches the other leg, if that makes sense. And then do the same with the bigger one, like that. And then just the last 2, that one on there and that one on there, really easy. And then just all 3 on this one, oops. And you see that we have now got 4 leg parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do like the goldy texture. I do like the metallic texture. They are looking really good. But there's not much we can do with these until the next video. So keep hold of them safe for the time being. And I also just want to put the advert here now quite early on as well. Go check out the Jerry Anderson official store. They are affiliated with this channel, so if you follow the link down below and buy anything from that link, it helps out the channel in a really great way, so I hope you do that. Just a few things to note: the hoodies are available, the Big Chief Studios figures are available. I have got my hands on a Scott Tracy. The review will be coming very soon, but it is fantastic to have. It's so colourful. It's brilliant. I'll say more in the review. For those of you who are watching after the review has been posted, the link to the review is down below. But yeah, go check out the Jerry Anderson official store for all manner of goodies today. I'm sure you'll find something there you like and love, and if you use the link, you help out the channel, so it's win-win for both of us. So moving on then to finishing off the IR3. This is how we left it last time. No, it's not. Take that out because we don't put that in yet. I was just putting that in to kind of hold it more securely. This is how it was left off last time. You remember that I found the back metalwork there, which is good. And yeah, more to do. These wheels moving still get me. Absolutely fantastic. Love that. Okay, so these are the parts that we get for the IR3 in this issue. Lots and lots of parts here. And to start off with, you're going to need this part here, which is the middle of the transmitter disc. So what you need to do is you get this silver part here, which it looks great, and you get this red holder part here, and you just put these pieces together, and you make sure that it all lines up so that it goes through the holes, and just push it down into place. And that is the start of the transmitter disc there. I did put a bit of glue, in this red part to hold this silver part in place. It looks like that when it's all done. Looking very nice indeed. You then get this second red part here. You see it's got a wider hole on one end and a thinner hole on the other. The thinner hole goes over what we just did. Again, I just popped a bit of glue in there to hold it in place like that. And that is what it looks like at this stage. I do like the contrast of red and silver actually. That is very cool. But yeah, looking awesome. But it will look even better when it is all pushed onto this. Now I absolutely love this transmission disc from Sunprobe. It's quite iconic. That noise, which I'm going to play now throughout this, such an iconic noise with the wind howling, trying to get Thunderbird 3 and the Sunprobe to turn around. It affected me as a kid, and to see this part had those similar feelings, has to be said. As weird as that may be, that is what happened. So what you need to do is just get what we did before and just pop it into the center there. And there are little holes for these parts to go in, like that. So when you push it down, the silver part should fit into those holes, making them disappear slightly and making them look like they were molded on from the start, which is really nice attention to detail. And it looks great. Looks really, really nice. Very, very bright silver, clashing with that red. Absolutely love that. So the next parts you have to get off the big silver sprue that is supplied in this issue. They are a little fiddly to get off and to file down correctly, but they need to look like that when they're done. So we've got this little peg sticking out here and this little peg sticking out there as well. And you will also need this red part here to put them in. Okay, so you'll see they've got two holes there, and this is the front of the transmission part to hold the disc in place, if that makes sense. So yeah, sorry, I'm finding it hard to speak today. Right, let's get my brain in gear. So they've got two holes there. This second hole is where you push one of them in, like so. If it does go in, which it should do. I might do this off camera, but the other side, you just have one hole where it pushes in as well. Ah, there we go. So that side went in fine. You see there's got a bit of movement there. Maybe this one then will go nicely in here. Come on. This side is not playing ball. Wonder why not. Okay, let me just look at this off camera, be right back. There we go, managed to do it. So they go in there like that and they both move, which is awesome. Then you get this blue part here and you'll see that they're not full circles that match up with these not full circles, and you just line them up and push them on there like so. I put a little bit of glue on already to hold them in place. So you see that you got that base there, and then this can move around freely, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, looking really good. But it's still not quite finished. You still need the bottom of the base unit, which is this black part here. And you see it's got a Mickey Mouse looking cutout hole there, and that fits in. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, so there's a little square peg there, and the smaller, there's a circular peg there and a square peg. You just need to push it on there like that. You see? Which just goes on there like that. And then we get a really, really nice piece of detailing. What you need to do is, oh, hold on, have I glued this in the wrong way round? I think I might have done. Put them in the wrong way around. Oops.
Parker speaking. Yes, m'lady. Thank you, m'lady. As you may have guessed, that was m'lady. She's educated and as clever as could be. So famous and well known in this lovely stately home that there's nobody quite like our Lady P. Lady Penelope. Lady Penelope. A secret agent what always captivates. And I very often see what she is saying to her teapot when she transmits a message to the States. Lady Penelope. Dangerous Penelope. With an international rescue pedigree. She talks of her cuisine, that stands for kitchen, speaking posh. Her wardrobe means her gear, doesn't it sound a lot of bosh? And a scrumptious meal means lots of grub, a smashing plate of nosh. Oh, she gives me lots of headaches, Lady P. But she's the one and only gov for me. She's a cracker, what a smasher, Lady P.
Okay, disaster averted. I just swapped those pegs around. Luckily I did that before the glue had time to set. Now the reason that I got so panicked is because you need this hole here lined up with that hole there in the base, because this little detail, this is really nice. You push this into that hole like that, again without glue. Don't use glue for any of this part. And then this silver piece here fits into this hole here on this red part. And I guess that's what the hole here is for on the base. So that hole there fits this silver part in there like that. So that is very cool. Just need to swing it around now. So it goes into the red part. I might need some tweezers just to position it. So mine are a little bent at the edges, but that's okay. Oh, here we go. That's in. So when the red part moves, that little silver part moves as well. I really love that little attention to detail. That is very nice. So just make sure when you're attaching this part that that hole there matches up with that hole there on the blue base, and you won't have any issues like I did. Very cool. Loving that. Really like that. I really like that little moving pistony part. Really makes all the difference for me. And that isn't the only detailed part we get. If we just flip it around here, you see there's a little cutout hole here, and we attach this ladder into that little hole. Ooh, make sure you get the right way around. There we go. And when that glue sets, that ladder will take hold. There. Really like that. That is awesome. And if you want to, you can glue it at the bottom there just to hold it in place securely, so that that ladder doesn't move about. And yeah, I took this off camera because this is that part. This is the part all done. Really like that moving part. So put that and the dish to one side for now. And we're going to bring back the main body of IR3. And we're going to start detailing out the body with little extra parts. So these two top circles here, we just get this circular part and just push it in there like that. Looking very nice. And then we do the same again. Just got a little stalk there for the hole. Push it in. Goes on there very nicely like that. Now there are lots of detailings on this sprue, so I should have shown off this sprue before. We've got more circle parts here and these parts. It's the parts on these sprues that I'm using at the moment, and the next one are very similar to those two holes there. They just go in the back though. They just push in there. There we go. There's one in. And oops. Second one in. Looking very nice. I don't think these are meant to be headlights, because otherwise these will be lights as well. Maybe they're magnets. Maybe they are headlights, who knows. But yeah, I really like the little dots of silver on the blue. Very nice. Now the next part is round the front of IR3, and it's a de-icer. And we just pop it into the hole. Oops. Oops. There. If I can get the orientation right anyway. Come on, go in. There we go. Now, I've put that in the wrong way round because it is not flush to the main body, you can see there. So I'm just going to take that out, swing it around, push it, try and push it in again. I know I should be using tweezers, but I honestly don't find it any easier. That's weird, but I don't. There we go. So now it's flush to the main body. I don't mind if I get glue residue on IR3. I mean, I got some down there. It looks like snow has been left over behind. That's how I'm justifying it in my head. But yeah, there's that de-icer there for the windshield all in place. And now that those little details are on, we need to attach this part onto the main body. So you want it facing so that this ladder is slightly off that centre side there. So it just clips on there like that. Swing it around so it is facing straight like that, looking really nice. And then we get the disc, and you can see on the disc that it's also kind of got a little cutout D there, which fits into the little cutout D there. So just push that in there, and we got that disc in place. It did say, oh, without glue. Hold on, you're not meant to glue this part in, obviously, because it's meant to turn. I'm just going to wipe this glue off. Of course it fits in without glue. It is meant to turn. I have seen the episode, honest. So that just goes on there like that, and you can spin it any which way you like, and it does go up and down as well. Oh, okay, so it doesn't go up all the way, otherwise this silver part pops out. See, I do it so you don't have to. Let's put this silver box back in with these tweezers. Come on. Oh, bit low now. Come on, just a little push. That's it, there we go. And then we put the dish back on. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so the dish is in place, and then that pops on there. So it doesn't go all the way up. Be careful of the strain of that silver part. It just goes straight or slightly up at an angle. But it does swing round wherever you want it to, which looks really, really cool. Yeah, very nice. But we haven't quite finished yet on this dish. We've got this transmission aerial to fit in. So you've got a peg at the bottom there and this nice detailing at the top, which, yeah, looks great. So you just push the peg into there, and there we are, like that. Looking really quite sexy, has to be said. Starting to really come together now. Now there's only a few more details that we need to add onto this IR3. The first of the details comes in this little black part here. Now you'll see that there are two little, there's on one side of it, it's just straight lines there. And then there are two little parts in the corners at the other end. That goes at the top. Okay, so you just push one little black part on there like that. Swing it around, get the other one. Make sure that the two bumps are at the top there. Just push that in there like that. That's a little bit of extra black detailing. And now that those parts are in place, we can finally attach the wheels onto IR3. So just a bit of glue obviously on the pegs, push them in the holes. We've done this loads of times before. Make sure that the back is this triangular part here, and just push that into place. And we finally have those tracks on there like that. Looking really, really cool indeed. The next pieces come in these two parts here, which are the handrails, so that no one falls off when they're trying to use the dish. What you need to do is, okay, so there's a little peg there and two little pegs there. Make sure, and they go into that hole there, and that hole there. So make sure that they're all lined up correctly. And also the circular part, the end of it goes into this hole there, which is what you want to start with. So you just push this part into that hole there, and then swing all this around and gently glide it into the next hole, which I have done there. And then these last two, that one goes in there. Come on. Oh, not quite. I'll just try that again before I whisk it away off camera. In the back, in that hole there, lined up in there. There we go. There we go. That is one of them all in. Very nice. You don't need glue for that part at all, because that is quite secure. Okay, let's do the other one. So just get the back curve into that hole. Come on, there we go. And then line up one at a time. Oh, okay, this one fit in really nicely. Look at that. No effort at all on that one. Yeah, loving those handrails. Really, really nice. Very cool. Now, just a couple more things, little details to add now. And we have wing mirrors that go into these little holes there. So one goes, just push it in there like that. Very nice indeed. And then this one goes to that hole there. Oops. Oops. Maybe we'll try the tweezers for this. Yeah, okay. And they're like that. They push in there. Make sure that they are level, and they are. And they've got silver detailing on the other side, which is very nice. Okay, then the next part is this little tab there. It just pops into this hole there. Just straight in. There we go. And it says IR3 proudly, which is awesome. Oh no! Make sure that the glue does set before you try and tap it in. Actually, that is very loose. The glue will set eventually, I'm sure. Come on. In you go. Wow. Stay in. Okay. There we go. There's the IR3 in there. Now there are two little holes at the back here for the final two parts, which are these small aerials. We saw the same on the Firefly. And so you just want to pop in just a little bit of glue on and around those holes. And then just push in the aerials. So we've got one. Goes in there like that. And then, oops, if I can pick it up. Final piece of this IR3. Doesn't go in there at all. Goes in there like that. And there we have it, all done. Now I've got some red on my IR3 sign, which you can slightly see there, because of the transfer, because of using glue. Some of the glue, one on the red, one on my finger, and one on the IR3 sign. But that's okay. It's weathering. It is actually bugging me a little bit. Actually, see if I can get some off. No, I don't think I'll be able to actually. That is the problem with using stronger glues like the Loctite. You do get more glue transfer, but that's okay. From a distance, you can't tell. It still says IR3 very clearly, which is awesome. And moving everything aside, this is the final IR3, all done. Looks great. Love the fact the dish moves. Love that little silver gimmick there. And then, of course, it turns. And if you want to, you just get some powder and just cover it in powder, and then it'll look like it does in the show, covered in snow. But yeah, another pod vehicle completed, and it is very nice. I love the fact that the tracks move at the front. That surprises me. Just looks great. They look great. This kit is brilliant, and I know that I'm not the best at it. Some of my glue work is a bit shoddy, but I set up this channel for layman's like me to help out layman's like me. So I make these mistakes so you don't have to. Make sure you take a little bit more care than I do. Don't make the same mistakes I do. And yeah, I'm happy with it. You'll be happy with it. Just take your time with it. Just enjoy it, because when this build is done, it's done. And you won't ever do it again unless you buy another one. But why would you? So yeah, this IR3 looks great, displayed alongside all of the pod vehicles that we have done so far. And what a final shot to end this video on. Next time we will be looking at more of this Thunderbird 2 build, which is just beautiful. It's my favourite thing I'm doing at the moment. I hope you will join me for that. Until then guys, take care. FAB. Bye bye. I just want to thank my patrons John Medney, Jay Fauschenbauer, Tom Butcher, Jerry Wilson, Omar Khan, Gary Lewis, Simon Edwards, John Dunseith, Glenn Philo, Andrew Woods, Fabio Gugel, Simon Dunn, Brick Bardo, Thomas Parker, David Cunningham, Mark Frampton, Louis Pays, Terry Schwanditz, Donovan Asmawid Jaja, James Brown Jr., the Miskatonic University Podcast, Dave Westbury, Michael Chambers, Marcus Simon, Vince Steele, Savigny Barrett, Michael Anderson, and Flash. Without you guys, this video would not have been possible and this channel would be dead, so thank you very much.